Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and we are here for another edition of All Signs What is Ahead for this week, March 23rd, going in here to the end of almost close to the end of March here. But say hello. Let me know that you are here. Hello, Christina. Hello, Karen. Hello, Nafa. Hello, Mitzi. Welcome back. Hello, Ellen from Facebook. Yes, we actually are on not just on YouTube. We are on Facebook and Twitch as well. Don't be shy. Say hello as you come on in. We're going to get started here shortly. You guys all doing well? How's everybody doing this weekend? How's everybody doing? I can't believe how quickly it's coming to an end with March. And we have a really big giveaway still going on over at Harmonia Friends Community with Mystical Blossoms right now. So if you guys haven't checked that out in the community area, which is my paid area over harmoniafriends.com, you can there's still tickets available. You can get entered into this. It doesn't cost money to get entered into this other than being a monthly member. Okay. So that is for my paid members, but the entry tickets, you are allowed to at least have one. If you're on the top 20 list here, some people have 2 entry tickets. So make sure you guys are jumping in on this because pretty soon we're going to be announcing a winner here for that spring giveaway. And I can't believe how quickly this time is just going through. It just simply is. All right, let's get started here. We're going to start here with astrology news. Astrology. Let's see what's going on here in astrology here for us. So this week, energy is still very much connected to the spring equinox. Yes, we went into that last week. So we're in a space of a new cycle beginning, but we're not fully settled into it just yet, guys. So you may notice this week feels a little different. There's a push to move forward, to make decisions, to take action. But at the same time, there's still something being processed underneath it all. And that's because we're kind of sitting in between energies right now. In Western astrology, we've already moved into Aries season, which is about action and forward movement. But with astrology news, we look at other placements as well. So in other systems like Vedic, there's still closing out energy happening, which can feel like you're ready to go. And then you just pause for a second. So don't be surprised if you were running in to feeling like you're going a little bit backwards and then all of a sudden forward again. Sometimes we're doing it at the same time. So you're actually right on track. There's also an influence this week around how people are acting and reacting. You might notice quicker decisions, shorter patience, or people just being more direct than usual. And that's because of lovely Mars. It is very active right now, so people are more likely to act first and process later. And at the same time, there's a deeper layer where things are becoming very, very clear, and that is with lovely Pluto energy. So underneath it all with this in the Mars is where those moments happen where you see something for what it really is. And with the Pluto energy, once we see it, we can't forget it, guys. So it's like you can't go back to what it was before. Okay. Jupiter is also adding a little bit of spice here. So things may feel bigger or more significant this week, especially when it comes to realizations or conversations. But in the key areas here, when it comes to the houses of astrology, the first ones that are going to get hit is first house, the 7th house, and the 11th house. So the first house is self and identity, which makes it perfect for Aries season. Happy birthday out there, Aries, by the way. And the 7th house is relationships and other people. So this is where the mirror comes in for us, guys. This is where we start seeing those triggers, okay? And the 11th house is community, friendship, and your larger circles. So you may see this energy playing out through yourself, your relationships, and even with your place within your community this week. So we're not going to rush it this week. We just simply aren't. We're going to see where we're showing up here, though, with the collective energy here, with the celestial tarot, and see how we're showing up here that goes with this. So let's switch gears here. To the collective message. So if you are new to listening to this, just a reminder here that these cards will play into each zodiac sign reading here. We start off with the collective energy first, and then we move into, well, usually the birthday season here first. And the birthday season here would be, well, Aries. Aries would be first. All right, let's get started here, shall we? Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascended masters. Spirit, if we can hone into my collective, whether they're here watching the live or the replay, how are they showing up this week in this Aries energy? Here we go. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. Judgment. Well, this is interesting, especially with it coinciding here with the astrology news that we just heard, because, you know, it's asking us to pause to make sure that we're not overreacting when things aren't going necessarily the way we want it to, when we have to step backwards. But with judgment, it's also saying that this is the time here for a revelation of some sort. So there is a big decision here coming up for us this week, and it may be outside of our hands, and that's going to play differently in each individual sign. But there's something here about this being the final push. And so we're going to see what that final push is for each individual sign here. Let's see what animal spirit is with us as well. What animal spirit is here? Huh. Interesting enough, it's not the animal spirit, but it's rogue. Expand your limits. Explore the unknown. 46, which comes to a 10th. This is a rebirth. So this is the energy here where we have to go quiet. We got to be sneaky. All right. But there's something here where it's hidden. Expand your limits, explore the unknown. So there's going to be some research we're getting into this week here about our new path, about our new beginning. However that new beginning is shaping for you, it's going to be different for each sign. What other numbers here are in play? But right off the bat, we got a 46. Oh, wow. Look at all these 4s, guys. We've got a lot of 4s. I mean, you got a 4 here in that 46, but this comes to an 8. So it's a mastery number as well. It's also, you know, 4 is an ascendant number, but with 4s, it comes structure and stability. It's about building a foundation. And it's also about being practical with your manifestations. Okay. It's not saying that you can't get them or dream big, but how much can you be in the threshold of believing it that it's already here? That's really going to be significant here for you. So there's some speed here this week that I do feel we're going to be gaining some extra knowledge when it comes to a decision that we have to make. All right. And we're on our own, though. We're rogue. We might have to go a different direction to get that information. Let's see how we're being challenged this week. Let me make some room here. Spirit, how are we being challenged? Look at all of these 4s, guys. Another 4 here. 4, 4, 4, and then another 4 over there. 4 of Wands is the community, is the events, is coming together. It's also a card here of alignment. The ascension here, what I love this, it's kind of like a balloon here, but there's something here about it being blossoming. There's something here where the challenge may be not just in relationships, but that internal relationship that you have with your higher self, okay? So that you can be above this to some extent, just to gain a new perception. But this is a card here of usually celebration, getting it done. And it's interesting that judgment time is kind of facing it. Is like, is this the time? Am I going to reach it? Am I going to actually reach my goal? Am I actually going to reach union if this is a relationship? How is the universe supporting you, collective? How is the universe supporting you this week? The King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Well, the King of Swords is very logical, does absolutely have knowledge. So this could be an individual here that you seek for knowledge, whether this is a counselor, whether this is a doctor, whether this is a lawyer. It's someone here who's business, all business. But they're very honest. They're very truthful. This could also be you who's just being very authentic and taking accountability. But this is someone here who has the ability here to detach. You see the clouds? Detach from the clouds, from all of that fantasy, and bring it more down to reality. So even though the intuition is still here with this individual, this person here trusts their gut instinct and then communicates it with authenticity. So there's something here about being authentic in that way. So that is your support card. All right. We're going to move on into each individual sign. Reversals are now up. We're going to start off here with, well, Aries. Happy birthday out there to my Aries. Hello, Papa. Welcome. Hello, Unique. Hello, welcome back. Let's get to Aries. Aries, how you feeling going into this week? Here we go. We have the Page of Cups here reversed. This is almost that energy where I feel in Astrology News was talking about with Mars, where you almost feel attacked. It's this energy of a dream being popped. The message is not received. You feel like, I don't know, it's almost feel like the rose-colored glasses are off for this Aries. All right, let's see the external reason for this. Welcome back, Elizabeth. Don't forget, guys, we do have a 5 donation goal going on over on YouTube. So if we reach that, we will unlock another bonus. External reason for this. God, yeah. So an unusual contract here. This could be about a particular way or direction you are going, Taurus energy. This could be at a community. It could be at work. It could also be with somebody here that you already are committed to or you had made a contract with. So if this is a relationship here, very opposite, yet you feel obligated, right? To stay. And there's something here that is saying, I don't want it. I don't want this anymore. This feels too constricting for me. I feel like you have a completely different view of where you see yourself in this connection, in this job, in this friendship circle, in this community. There's something here where the bubble has been burst. The rose-colored glasses are off. They simply are. It's unfair. It feels like you're being breadcrumbed. It feels suffocating. There's something that's very imbalanced here. You may feel like you got to work overtime here when you're not getting paid. It's like, what is going on? This isn't what I signed up for. And if this has to do with a person or relationship, it's someone here who starts breadcrumbing you, lack of communication this week. So you can feel a little bit flighty or like, what the hell? It's like a wake-up call. How you're responding to this? I'm telling you, this deck is not upside down. I checked twice, so it's not. Look at this. The Ace of Swords here reverse. It's a challenging week here because the secrets are coming out, and I feel like you are absolutely fed up with a person or a specific place or community that doesn't really let you have say or communicate with. It's just everything feels off. It feels like you might as well be talking to a wall. And so I think for you, you've just had completely have had enough with an individual. What's a bigger opportunity with you dealing with this? Because I don't want to say that you don't have support, because you do. You have the King of Swords here. So I want to say, Aries, that if you have felt stuck, this week is a week where you're not going to feel stuck. You have the answer that this needs to be cut out, that this is not something here that you need to do or keep falling for or keep waiting for some of you. Bigger opportunity here. Yeah, all of this work, all of this effort was unnoticed, unseen, and has left you exhausted. And so Spirit is reminding you, where would you like to spend your time and efforts this week? Okay, so there's something here about pulling your energy back. We're going to see what the advice is, but it's all about pulling your energy back. This whole thing feels like heavy, but it's also because it's a realization that you're done. You're done. Yeah, you're done. You are done. There's the world. Okay. So with the world card here, we got more Taurus energy. We have Aquarius. We have Leo. And I just feel this energy here for you, that this is about creating some closure, seeing where you need to make some changes. This could be a relocation. This could be moving away from a relationship that no longer serves you. This could be putting yourself out into a different way for community. This could be looking for a new job. But there's something here about you getting away, getting out. And I feel like getting out and about has a lot to do with actually more, and I forgot to mention Scorpio energy, but I feel like this moodiness is just like, I can't be like this anymore. I need to make a change. I need to shift myself. This isn't my happy place. All right. Advice for you. Ace of Wands, where do you feel inspired? Where do you feel driven right now? And some of you, it's to get away. Some of you, it's to take a break. Some of you, it's to set a vacation up. Others of you, it's time to get creative. Find your passion, where's your tribe? What lights you up? Some of you have a very creative side to you and it's untapped. Spirit's saying, why don't you tap into that? Why don't you tap into that? Because there's an ability here to not only be vulnerable, but to be seen by the right eyes. More Aquarius energy. By the right eyes. I really feel like with this ship, this is something here where you have a realization and a wake-up call that this is not healthy for you. So you need to create some space here for yourself and start taking those plans to make actions for that. All right, what Auntie wants to say for you, for your horoscope, you're being asked to act, but not everything needs a reaction here this week. And it's probably this energy. The reaction here is of disappointment, being upset. This is a week that is showing you the difference between moving forward with intention and just wanting something to be over. If you feel the urge to cut something off quickly, pause long enough to make sure you're choosing, not escaping. And I feel like there's a relationship here that was more of the escaping energy of it shoulda, coulda, woulda, or it's going to get better. And this is a week here of a reality call here for you. All right, that's what I got here for you, Aries. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Taurus. Taurus is up next. Hello, Isis. Welcome back. Hello, the only welcome back. Special K is in the house. Papa, are you filling in for Star? What's she doing? Sorry, sleeping. Papa's like, I can only help out until I have to grill. What's on the grill tonight? That's what I want to know. Taurus is up. Let me switch the banner here. Oh my gosh, there's so much incense in this room. I'm like being smoked out here. No demons in this room today. Jeez Louise. All right, you guys ready? Guys, we got a donation drive going over here on YouTube. Don't forget, we always have a collective bonus here where we have the faded dice for an additional roll to see if your sign comes up. But if we get 5 donations here this afternoon or evening, we will unlock another collective bonus for more chances for readings here for you. Taurus, how you feeling going into this week? You feel a little bit stuck. You feel a little bit stuck. It might be a week here where the past may be returning. Look at this wheel. Doesn't look like that's a wheel, even it's kind of got the moon energy. But there's something here that is coming to light. I do feel like you may feel like the past is revisiting you. It is a 10, though. I'm not saying it's bad luck. I'm just feeling like this energy of stuck. It's almost like once you know what? It is that astrology. Once you see this, you won't be able to forget it. Once you see this, you won't be able to forget it. Oh boy, who's this? King of Pentacles here. Now, this is externally. This isn't you. You could be dealing with another earth sign here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is usually someone here, and he didn't come up as reverse. So this is someone here who's very nurturing, caring. Could also be a father figure or someone here who is a father. Just very much a provider. Could be a boss. Very good leader. Caring. Invest wisely. This person isn't dirt poor. Let me tell you that much. Integration of this individual. 7 of Swords. Something's coming out about this person. There's something here that is secretive that's coming out. There's that rogue energy that I'm feeling again. Expand your limits, explore the unknown. You might have an individual here that doesn't necessarily agree with your way of doing things, Taurus. And you might feel like you have to kind of tippy toe around this individual. Response here. Yeah, 2 of Cups. This is not somebody here that you are in a dispute with or angry with. This is someone that you absolutely care for. Could be a family member, could be a loved one, a spouse as well. But I feel like there's something that this individual that you feel you need to do on your own. And this is something here where you're not really wanting to let this person know what your plans are. Okay. Let's see the bigger opportunity of why you're being so sneaky. Why is Taurus being so darn sneaky? 8 of Wands here, reverse. So there's something here where an individual may have, it's not that it's not that they don't like your ideas of going away the way you push forward. It's just this person here is very practical. Now, typically you are too, but there's an urgency here to go outside of the box. This could be in an idea. This could be something here where it's like, it's best if they don't know because I don't want them to worry, or I don't want them to put their worry on, because that can happen too. You know how some people have their own insecurities and they can kind of put it into whatever your actions are. But the opportunity here is, usually something of, 8 of Wands is usually something of a halt, something that's been stuck or something that's been paused on. But I feel for you that you have observed that this disconnect is needed so that you can push forward and to do something successfully that you want to do. Okay. And it's almost like to prove to an individual that it's possible, but not necessarily get them worried about it. I think you'll obviously talk to them after. Greater meaning of this for you? The Queen of Wands here, reverse. This is so different for Taurus. This is that fiery energy, maybe because we're in that Aries season, right? But you are kind of going against the grain and doing something this individual wouldn't do. And you're being outspoken about it. You're being aggressive about it. And you're putting yourself out there, whether that's a creative idea, whether it's opening a business all of a sudden. It's something here where you want to do this. But you also know that the way this individual expects it is, hey, take your time, be slow. We don't necessarily need to make a huge move. But this week, you're processing something in a much larger level. And I feel like it's like you feel a drive to like, no, I have to make certain moves and it can't involve this individual or their opinion right now. Okay. Some of you, this has to be work related. Maybe it's about approvals and stuff like that. And you're getting something here across that you're doing on your own. Advice for you in the situation of going rogue. Look at that Ace of Pentacles. See, you know your worth, but I love that it's an Ace of Pentacles because it's a huge opportunity here for you that you're doing this week. By taking this investment, you are actually multiplying it in a big way. It's the offer that you get through and you can actually share with. Okay. So could be something of like overnight success. This could be realizing that, you put yourself out there, you're putting a resume out there or something like that. There's this energy here of success, but you're sneaking around it. You're not letting a loved one know exactly what is going on because that kind of gives you the jitters. It does. So I do feel like there's going to be some big changes here for you, but there's a big opportunity here. And it's something here that you're processing this week. It's not saying like it's absolutely happening. You're just kind of paving the way. I almost see you kind of drawing some plans up or brainstorming with this energy. So lots of brainstorming going on here this week. Lots of keeping to yourself. Someone might say, why are you so busy? Or Taurus, why are you keeping yourself this week? And it's just something here where it's like, I love you, but I'm listening to my intuition. Okay. I love you, but I'm listening to my intuition. So Taurus, what Auntie says, something is shifting internally. We are totally feeling that in the Tarot story. Even if nothing looks different on the outside yet, you may feel more observant this week or even a little disconnected. Don't force yourself to engage just to feel normal this week. And I feel that's what you're doing. You're pulling away from a loved one. This is you processing something deeper before you move. And there is a big move coming up here for you. All right, Taurus, that's what I got for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And we're going to move on to Gemini next. Gemini is up. Welcome back, Gungai. Gemini. Gemini. You're welcome, Ellen. Make sure you guys are checking your placements for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you are cross-watching versus another, you may have to flip the narrative around, okay? Gemini, let's see how you're feeling going into the week from March 23rd. Here we go. Feel a little bit exhausted, but I also feel a little bit emotional. It's not bad. I just think that you are feeling drained. And so this week you're addressing why you feel drained, whether that's because of the company that you keep, whether that's a job that you're at, whether it's because you are busy planning for an event. It's just, I feel emotionally zapped. It's a challenge here. External reason for this? Ooh, decisions. So this is somebody else. I mean, this is somebody here has left you hanging. Someone here is trying to gain a perception. They're being very decisive here on how they want to move forward. And this could be blocking you because you may feel like you're waiting on an answer. The decision may be out of your hands. Yeah. Okay. All right, Jan. How are you integrated by this? Five of Swords here reversed. There's kind of a lot of arguments going on. It feels like this week it's about how long an individual is taking to make up their mind. Interesting enough how he's holding 4 swords and 1 is here. Someone here wants a pause or needs more time. But you are saying, why do you need more time for this? I don't get it. I don't understand why you need more time for this. Time is of the essence. We need to get through this. So I feel a little bit agitated by an individual. You may have had, it's also an energy of revisiting, Gemini, another, like it's revisiting a fight. So I feel like somebody is bringing up something, either it's you or the other person, but it triggers the same reaction. It's the same pattern here with the two of you. How you're reacting here with this draining energy. Oh, you're done worrying about it. You're done worrying about it. You're like, this is exhausting. This is exhausting. I'm not going to be able to change their mind. I'm not going to be able to, like, they're not willing to listen to me. So I just feel this energy of you going, I don't want to lose sleep about this anymore. I don't. Some of you got a relationship in the rocks, or there's just something about fighting. Greater opportunity here for you. This could be community driven too. It's almost like if this is community, or if you're in a board or something, it's like everybody has to decide. And it's like, it's still going stagnant. No, like, can we make a decision? Can we vote? Could be that. Others of you could be something to do with work. Greater opportunity here for you to realize, thank you, special guy, to realize that this individual not only needs others to care about their perspective of this energy, because it's the Empress, but it's reversed, Taurus, Libra energy. This person here tends to play victim to a situation, or tends to have everybody else kind of feel bad for them, so that we need to slow down or stop with whatever chaos they go through. They're not really good at caring or nurturing for others. They tend to say, why aren't you taking care of me? Kind of in this clingy kind of attitude here. All right. So the greater opportunity is letting a person here sacrifice themselves, right? But you get to work on your happiness. You get to work on your happiness. This is you going, all right, so if no decision is made, that is my answer. But this is not going to take away with the clarity of how to move forward for me, of where my happiness is, because I can't be sitting here waiting for you leaving an answer. So I do feel like you're being very vocalized. I feel like the leadership kind of role comes out on you this week, Gemini, with this Leo energy. It's like a courage move. It's like, listen, if you're not meant to lead, let me lead the way. You can just get out of the way, or I'm splitting the path here. I'm separating for some of you. It could be that too. But I do feel there's this energy of like just doing it, just taking the actions and doing it. Advice for you in these actions. Yeah. The amount that you can handle and juggle while this person is still trying to figure out if they can have a new start, you're like, I can handle that and then some, and still go out and be optimistic. You've watched this individual just juggle shit to get attention. That's all they do. They absolutely pause just for the attention. Yeah. This isn't your baggage anymore. What you are, though, showcasing is by you making a certain move, that this person is stuck with their own baggage, or individuals start seeing that this person here is waiting, for somebody to take on their baggage. And people may be even fed up with them, other outside of you. But I think it's you taking a certain action here this week. All right, Gemini, what Auntie says is pay attention to the conversations that feel bigger than they should. Something small may turn into a realization you didn't expect. And this something small is this draining energy of this individual. It really is. I just feel it here for you. This week is less about talking your way through things and more about actually hearing what's being said, including your own thoughts, and then going ahead and doing something about it. All right. That's what I got here for you, Gemini. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Cancer. Cancer is up next. Thank you, Special K, for the donation. We are now, we've got a sponsor here. We are now four away, guys, from being the unlocked. And then we got it. All right, where we got Cancer. Cancer is up. Cancer. Thanks, guys, for liking and commenting. It does help the channel be seen. We got quite a few people on. Don't be shy if you're over on Facebook or Twitch. Most of the chat is over on YouTube. You can jump on over there if you want to. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on here for you this week. How is Cancer doing here this week for March 23rd? Oh, I like this for you. Ace of Pentacles. There's a big opportunity coming your way. Could be money. Who doesn't like money? External reason for this? Oh, the Devil reversed. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? Interesting. Capricorn energy. There is someone that you deal with that is toxic as hell. This is something here where an individual is paying you back. They are paying you back. There's something here that is shifting with this person. This is somebody here that you could work with. This could be someone here you live with. This could be a family member, a spouse, a loved one. Integration of this. Six of Swords here reverse. This individual knows what they put Cancer through. And this week, you have someone here who is either giving you an apology, giving you something that they owe you back, like money. Could also be money if this is a boss, guys, who didn't give you, maybe you didn't get a Christmas bonus or something. There's something here about the dues and being paid up. You have a huge opportunity here that is coming back to you tenfold. And it is an individual here who's taking accountability here, or something here was not fair. Now, with that King of Swords energy, this could also be someone here who advised them that, hey, get your shit together. Don't treat Cancer that way, or they have to do something by the law, by the book. But I feel like you're being supported here with the King of Swords energy here, which is getting solid advice. So someone here is giving you advice that actually there's a giant payoff here for you. Reaction of this, Ace of Swords here reverse. You're going to be lost for words. You're going to be at a loss for words. Because you also know that all the shortchanging or even if it is an apology here, that there is something here that it's not going to be enough to pay for the damage that is already done. And some of you, it's like, it's emotional damage. It's emotional damage. I don't think I'll ever trust this individual again. And I can understand that, you know, but there is something where you are being seen and validated, and you are getting a gift this week. Could be monetary, or like I said, an apology or an apology gift. Greater meaning of this, 3 of Wands. I think the greater meaning of this is that you are looking at this entirely different. See, you're away from this now. So this could have been someone that you were married to. This could be a family member, but there's something here where you really had to put yourself and distance away from this individual. And it was hard for you to do. Some of you may even be the black sheep of the family, but I feel for you, you've already set ground. You feel like you're at home. And this is something here where it's coming at a distance. Greater meaning of this for you. High Priestess. This is all about your intuition. This is also about trusting yourself. You know, I don't think that you need to absolutely react to this individual, but you are allowed to be quiet. You are allowed to be reserved. You're allowed to feel. And there's something where intuitively, you know, you've been connected with this individual, and that this person here knows that they owe you something, but you are getting actually contact this week or a gift this week here from this individual. Advice here for you with this contact. Did they go rogue? That's what it feels like. The Star. Yeah, look, at a distance. Forgiveness, seen, vulnerable. You're being seen this week. This is because you have had faith. You didn't let this, you know, this left a mark. It absolutely left a mark, but you've made peace as well. And even though this may be a peace offering, you've already internally made peace with this. And you haven't lost hope or faith that things can't work out for you. It doesn't necessarily mean back with this individual, no. But what it does is showcase that with this person's absence, that you were still beautiful, that you still were thriving, that you still were confident. And so this wasn't taken away from you. This was actually encouraged for you to be able to go further with it. And I love that the cat is here because it's like that intuitive notion here. Some of you, this is going to allow you, if this is money that is owed to you, to not just only invest in yourself, but do something in a healthy way that you can splurge with. Okay. It's not saying that you have to give it back to another. Others of you, this is something that you can put towards your dream, whether this is entrepreneurship, whether this is starting a job, whether this is doing something for your arts, you know, your music, your writing, whatever it is. There's passions here, but there is also someone here from your past who's giving and taking accountability for what they put you through. All right. That's what I got here for you, Cancer. Let's see what Auntie has to say. Auntie says, you're being pushed to make a decision you've been emotionally circling around. This isn't about waiting until it feels perfect. It's about recognizing that you already know what needs to change. The longer you sit in it, the heavier it's going to feel this week. And I feel like whatever decision here is like, you know exactly what you need to do with this once you receive this. All right. That's what I got for you, Cancer. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side at Harmonia Friends Community. And we're going to move on to Leo. Leo is up next. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Where my lions at? Just want to remind you guys too that if you are booking readings with me, my website has some changes in place. So yes, you can still book one-on-one live experiences with me, but I do have a digital shop now, which allows you to have those mini readings for those quick 1 to 2 questions. Basically, you would just order that, and then I will give you a recorded reading within 7 to 10 business days. They, if it says out of stock, it's because I do it in batches. So keep an eye on it because sometimes it gets overwhelming. So I pause it for a little bit. But right now it is open. Leo. Spirit, what's going on here for Leo this week? How is Leo showing up? 5 of Cups. You're sad. Disappointed. External reason for this? 3 of Wands. I feel like this Leo is missing somebody this week who has gone a different direction. So your back is definitely turned from this individual. There's some disappointment here because there's also, I mean, there could be a special specific date between the two of you, whether it was an anniversary, whether it is something that you guys both remembered. Maybe it could even be a birthday of some sort. There's just something here of like missing another individual who's at a distance from you, but also missing out on something that is right here with you this week. Integration of this. The Strength. You know what? I think that relationship here supporting you is that King of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You have someone here who knows that you are sad about missing an individual. Now, some of you, you're missing an individual here who's not here anymore, no longer here, meaning that they're in another plane. Maybe, like I said, it's nostalgia energy, but the great strength here comes with the courage to get through this, but you don't always have to be the strong one, Leo. There's something here about the darker side here, the taming of this. How you're reacting to this, 4 of Cups. You might be missing someone here who's missing an event. It could be like, God, I have so much good things going on in my life. I have a relationship, or I have, something really positive going on here, and this person's just not here. They're not part of my circle right now, not on this plane. Or if it's not on this plane, if someone from heaven, it could be a relationship that it outgrew itself. Someone here that you don't see regularly. You don't have that same bond with anymore. But there's this energy of like, man, I wish they were here to celebrate this win or celebrate how happy I am in a relationship. That 4 of Cups here minus that 5 of Cups is the Ace of Cups. It's a lot of love, but it's like, I wish you were here. I wish you were here to see how happy I truly can be. Greater opportunity here for you. I feel like your walls tend to go up, and you can be very irritable when you pretend nothing's going on. And this is a week here where if you do have a bad day, someone's going to notice. Someone's going to notice. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's this intuitive king. All right. They know that you're missing someone, or they know there's some kind of, riff going on. Greater meaning. Yeah. Ace of Swords. I told you it was that individual. This person's going to encourage you to talk. Talk to me. Tell me how this person means to you. What happened between the two of you? I do feel there's going to be expression, authentic conversation, but it's with a relationship that you're connected to. And there's something here about it marrying a relationship here that's not here anymore. Advice for you. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this match. This person understands you. This person knows what you've been through. And this person here is not going to think you're crazy for missing somebody. Even if it is somebody here that you're like, I don't know how they're going to feel if I tell them that. But there's just this energy here of you being connected already with this individual. And they know. They know. Yeah. But you don't have to do this on your own anymore. You're being encouraged here, yeah, to handle what you can, but also know that you got a loved one here who's still there watching you. And if it's someone from a distance here that you separated from, I don't feel like this is ill will. I feel this energy of like, we're just not on the same page anymore. But you can still tune and tap into their higher self. You can still, showcase love. And you have a really big beginning coming for you. And you're right in the midst here of going over that fool's journey, but it's holding on to something from the past of like, man, I wish they can see, or man, I wish I could celebrate, or they could see what I'm in now. And there's this energy of that they already know. They already know. All right, Leo, there's a pull towards something new, but it may require you ready for this, to let go of how you thought things were supposed to be. This week is asking you to stay open without trying to control an outcome, without trying to control you. Not everything needs your full certainty before you move toward it. And maybe that's it. Maybe this individual always gave you that certainty that allowed you to say, I'm in the right thing. But you already have that certainty within. That's what that loved one's saying. All right. That's what I got here for you, Leo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Virgo. Virgo is up. We still got the donations going, guys. We need 4 more donations to unlock the collective bonus here. We will have 1 collective bonus, but there's a chance for 2. You're welcome, Marissa. Thanks for stopping by. Virgo is up. Virgo, how you showing up this week? How is Virgo showing up this week? Here we go. Oh, you're not stuck anymore. You do have some resistance when it comes to being in a relationship with part of the community. I just feel like you like to be a lone wolf a little bit. And there's some resistance. Notice all these 4s, guys. Look, his leg's saying the 4 too. Okay, 4s are significant here for you. So your ascendant masters are here, but you got tons of 4s. We have 4s here. We have 4. They're everywhere. But this is all regarding your structure, your stability, and building foundations. And there's something this week where it's like, all right, I know that I can't always be the lone wolf or the individual who does the Irish goodbyes, which is a person here who could go to a community event and all of a sudden disappear. This week, you are not doing that disappearing act. Yeah. Because there's someone here who's around you who needs assistance. They aren't doing too well. This is a person here who feels very, very overwhelmed. You're seeing that. This is not something a Virgo here would typically stop and pause. But I feel this week you're like, ugh. Integration of this. Yeah. See, you don't like to interfere because there's a fear here of rejection as well. Because when you ask, hey, can I help? Or hey, can I assist you? I feel like you've been turned down in the past, or it's been thrown back in your face. And so this week, Virgo is like, I'm going to take a chance. I see that someone here is entirely stuck. And I feel that I could give them some clarity here. Okay. Wise words. I really feel like you're coming up more as the King of Swords here this week. You're being very logical, but at the same time, it's like, listen, I don't want an individual to feel like it's all on them. So I see you helping somebody out here this week. You're doing the right thing. 100% you're doing the right thing. The Nine of Pentacles, the reason you don't like to get involved with this reversed is because you have been stuck in before where you enabled or you have been the one who handled it all. In the past, you might have had a codependent relationship here that everything weighed on you and you were being the parent or being something here that was more. And it was like, no, I don't want to get involved. But this week, you're kind of facing that codependency and saying, no, I can do something without an expectation or something attached and still do something for the love of it. Bigger opportunity for Virgo. Look at this. You got another 2. This is a whole different way for you because not only is your help or assistance, whether it is wise advice that you give. I mean, this could be the other way around where someone's doing this for you who doesn't typically do it. But let's keep the story straight here. I feel like this is a Virgo here who's doing this for another, but has been hesitant to do so because they've been burnt in the past and they know that they tend to override, or just take care of mommy or daddy something, right? But the 2 of Wands is usually a card here of like, let's see what's ahead and really having an opportunity in front of you, but also taking the motive and the actions here to keep going. But with it reversed and the 2 of Pentacles, this is something where you feel like this has gone too far, or I don't want this individual to lose it all. Because you care about somebody. Greater meaning here. Yeah. You see, at one point, you see yourself in this individual because it may not have been this person who offered you help in the past, but you may have been disappointed or worried or emotionally not there. And you had an opportunity here to get that support and you didn't take it. This is something here where it's like, I want to take the opportunity to present it and see someone take it. So I love this here because it's giving back or paying forward in a big way. Advice for you with this assistance. Look at that. 6 of Pentacles. Everything's going to be just the reciprocity of this is going to be great because there's something about paying it forward this week that is actually going to assist you, but also shows you that you are now balanced. You are now balanced. It's not something where you're going to keep doing this, being taken advantage of. It's just you're giving assistance right now. Why? Because it's going to come back to you tenfold. Spirit says whatever help that you do or see someone in need this week, however small it may be, even if it's are you okay? There's something here that is shifting because of your past codependent dynamic that is actually moving in your favor. So it's almost like this individual that you help or assist is going to be giving you something much larger than you can ever imagine. You know what it reminds me of? It's kind of like, I forget which Bible story it is, but like it's, letting somebody in who's poor or like feeding them like food, right? And then you find out they're like an undercover boss. $1 million kind of thing. It feels like that kind of energy where someone is down and out and you do something and actually it pays forward for you in a very cool way. All right, Virgo. Auntie says, you're seeing something clearly now this week, especially in dynamics or patterns that you've tried to rationalize before. This is not a week, ready for this? This is not a week, Virgo, to overanalyze it. You already understand it. The real question is whether you're going to keep working around it or actually just do it. I feel Spirit saying, do it. Go ahead and do it. All right. That's what I got here for you, Virgo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We're going to move on to Libra. Libra is next. Hello, Melody. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. We now have 2 sponsors here. We need 3 more in order to unlock that collective bonus here. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to move on to Libra. Libra. Spirit, what is going on for Libra this week? How is Libra feeling going into this week? We have the Page of Pentacles here reversed. Page of Pentacles usually someone who's excited about building something, being an opportunist, but there's something here that doesn't excite you like it used to. It's almost like taking a pause and a reflection. Okay, let's see the external reason for this. Oh, God. Why? You know, this is something that at one point this Libra wanted. You wanted this. You were excited about this, whether this was a relationship, whether this was a particular activity. There's something here that I feel that you are getting like annoyed because someone here is taking charge, taking action here to step forward. And this is something here. Look at this. Maybe you felt like it was too competitive. Maybe you lost steam. Now, some of you, if this is a false start, there's a giant opportunity this week here to grab at this, but you're just not into it like you used to be. Integration. No worries, Isis. I got it. You're good. The High Priestess here reverse. It's something here that you at one point were using all of your intuitive skills here to see where the future of this was. That's how invested you were on this, Libra. But this is a Libra who's like, secrets out. I don't want this anymore. Like, I don't even look into this anymore. Whether it's a particular person, whether it is a maybe something was on hold. Maybe something here was present saying, hey, something's lifted for you. Now you can share this, but you don't want to share it. Not the way you used to, and especially not this opportunity that is being presented to you. How you're responding here to this? I knew that 5 of Wands was coming. I knew it. Some of you, it's like, why now? Too late. I don't have any desire to even address that. That looks like crap. Or if this was, maybe you put your resume out to something and it was like, okay, I finally got the interview for it. Or like, okay, well, we also are interviewing a couple of other people this week. And it's like, why do I even bother? Why do I even want to get involved in that? Or why would I go through it now? What do you tell me now? Greater meaning here for you, the Emperor. See, there's something here much larger at stake. You built something on your own. You have the ability this week to turn somebody down. Someone's going to offer you something that seems so big, so amazing that you wanted it at one point so badly. But see, you hold that sort of truth and you have an understanding here with that Aries energy. And I love this. So you got that Aries energy, which is what we're in right now. But I feel that for you, this is like not even, you don't even want to be, this is Either someone's putting Libra as second place and is like, okay, that didn't work out for me. Let's see what's working out for me. You know, maybe they went through a bunch of people here to decide that you were the one. Maybe this is something here where you got passed up on for a creative endeavor, or, you know, you had some kind of spotlight on here. See, the thing is you already have built your empire. You already have built it without this wand. So it's almost like too little too late. Why would I need that? Greater meaning of this? Seven of Swords. You're seeing through someone's bullshit. This Libra here will not be second place this week. And you are seeing someone be sleazy, admit the truth in some way. And it's like, it doesn't seem good to you. And you know it. You absolutely know it. You're just going to read into that. Advice for you this week. Look at this. Two of Swords energy. You don't have to make a decision, but there's something here about you being left undecided. Interesting. Maybe you didn't want to look at this at one point, but someone here is looking at it now. Okay. Someone here is looking at it now. Someone here is looking at it now. And look at all of this. You got a match here. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Remember, I told you that's your support card here. So some of you, the reason it's too late is because you already have someone you are partnered with that isn't going to break your heart. Others of you, this is because you have something where you feel very stable, you feel very aligned, you feel like, no, that wouldn't get me anywhere. I just want peace. But you're trusting your intuition, you're trusting your move that this person here is coming a little too late. They just simply are with whatever news that they have that arrives for you. Libra, what Auntie says, this week is highlighting your relationships, but in a more subtle way. You may notice shifts in how people show up or how you feel around them. Pay attention to where things feel balanced and where they don't. There's your clarity. All right. There's your clarity. That's what I got here for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Scorpio. Scorpio is now up. That's it. Nafa, it's in the digital shop. That's it. My one-on-one experiences are live virtual ones with me. And then if you want just a recorded one, it's the tarot story or the rune story. It's 20 minutes. You can just email me your questions, or I'm sorry, not email me, fill out the form. God, I just set it all up. That's why I'm saying email, because it was my old way. Fill out the form, and then you will be put in queue. And it takes about 7 to 10 business days, and then you'll get it. I'm pretty good about getting it up earlier. I have a couple I'm still trying to get ahead with, but that's it. Those are those readings. You're welcome. And don't forget, if you are an Harmonia Friends community, you get discounts on all of my services. The discount code page is in the membership area. So I believe you get 25 off for that if you're in the community. Isis is like, I'm going to be here and not try to fall asleep. That was me earlier. And I was like, oh no, I have to go live and I'm falling asleep. I started to play Crimson Desert. Did I tell you this, Isis? I started to play Crimson Desert, and like you can literally pick up any animal, and I'm a huge animal lover, and it's like the most biggest dream come true for me in a video game that I finally can just pick up animals. So I spent half of the time just carrying around random stuff. Random stuff, mostly cats. Anytime I see cats, it's like I gotta grab them, I gotta pet them, and the cats on there are super darn cute. Never mind the story. I'm walking around looking at animals. Scorpio. Scorpio is now up. Scorpio, how you feeling going into this week? Oh, the Queen of Swords. Look at this. I'm telling you, the match keeps coming up for a lot of you. for a lot of you, okay? You're coming up as authentic, honest. You want the truth. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. External reason for this? 6 of Wands here reversed. Someone had a false victory. Someone is coming back towards you who had a false victory. This is an individual here you could have been married to. You could have had a long relationship with. This could also be a family member or a friend. But there's someone here that is coming back around. It just simply is. Integration of why they're coming back around. 5 of Pentacles here reversed because they don't got nothing. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. This is a person here who probably made you poor or sick. But whatever it is, whatever they're going through, it's like, oh my gosh, I just want a warm meal. I just want to be in the arms here of Scorpio. Now, if, like I said, this doesn't have to be romantic, but you have someone here who really ran off thinking they wore the shit. And they did the best thing by gallantly going towards something with recognition and screwing you over. And so this week, this individual is coming back around. Let's see how Scorpio is reacting. This Scorpio is not giving any handouts to an individual. This Scorpio has learned their lesson. Congratulations from this individual. Because, man, did you lose a lot with being with this person. I mean, some of you, it's not just financially, it could have been draining you, your health, your well-being. And so the way that you're seeing this person here is almost like their health or their well-being is not doing too well, but it's because they don't have anybody to siphon on right now. And so this week, you know, there's no apologies, there's no siphoning. No, you have learned how this person can be. You have learned how this individual can be. You can't tame this beast. Leo energy. This is a person who has a massive pride, massive ego, very narcissistic, a lot of high traits on this, but this is a person here who has an expectation of you either letting them back in or having you pay something. But see, you're an advisement. You got support here. So you got someone here who's also got your back and is like, absolutely not. Someone's very protective over you. Greater gain here. Yeah, peace. And I want to tell you, I think it's this person here who's saying, if you want to talk to Scorpio, I feel like you got kind of like a bodyguard here. This could be even a lawyer for some of you. All right. Someone of high advisement, but I feel like you get to rest your peace. You get to rest here this week. All right. You don't have to entertain this. I mean, this person is very egotistical. So I just feel like whatever's going on in their life, they kind of want to throw their baggage back at you. Advice for you, Scorpio. Look at that. The King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I feel like, again, look how people come to you. You're very caring. You're very nurturing. You invest wisely now, but you're not conceited to the point that you can't help others. But it's the way that this person has used you in the past. That this Scorpio is like, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. I trust my intuition. I trust God, and I'm being protected. I don't have to even react to this individual. I can go dark. I can go quiet. I can remain silent. Silence is Scorpio's answer. Scorpio, Auntie says you're in a space where something feels off, even if you can't fully explain it yet. Don't ignore it. This week is less about having all the answers and more about trusting what you're picking up on. Your awareness is ahead of your logic right now. You already know this person is full of crap, right? Rogue energy. That's what I got here for you. You're going quiet. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. If you're looking for personal readings, the recorded ones are in the digital shop, or live experience or in the book the sessions area. Sagittarius is up. That's what I like to hear, Ariel. Staying aligned. Sagittarius is up. All right, guys, we are 3 donations away. 3 donations away for sponsors to unlock the collective fated bonus. We always have a collective bonus here, but if you want some extra rolls here to see if your zodiac sign comes in, it usually comes in handy here. So we're only 3 away, any donation amount, and you become a sponsor. And you'll unlock another bonus collective here for this evening. Sagittarius is up. Saggy. I had to check my battery. Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How are you showing up here this week? The Knight of Cups. Very loving, very sincere. External reason for this? Immense amount of love that you feel. Strength here, reverse. Okay, so I feel externally this is you. Okay, I'm feeling that fire energy here and that strength. I feel for you, this is a week here of self-love, caring. You're not being egotistical or prideful. You are realizing you're not immortal. You're not resilient, that there are certain things that, yeah, even the Sagittarius can address or take some time or care for themselves. And there's something here about having compassion and grace for you this week. And in the past, maybe you found yourself doing that a lot for others. A lot for others, you know? And this is a week here where it's like, I need some compassion for myself. I need some compassion for myself because I used to in the past immaturely go out with rose-colored glasses and just hand out that love to the point where I had expectations that it would be fully returned to me and then some. And nope, it didn't work that way. Nope. So the integration this week here is not looking at yourself as a weak person, but somebody here who said, man, I loved so much. I was so brave to love that way. But I also know that it is not entirely healthy if I burn myself with expectations or get hurt. And so this week, you're looking and evaluating that. Response. Look at all of this page energy. Look at all of this page energy. You are looking at something here where you're re-educating yourself and reevaluating the opportunities here where you may have been taken advantage of. Some of you, it's by, not even getting paid enough. But this is a week here to go, man, I was, and I learned a lot from it. Greater opportunity for you this week. 6 of Pentacles, but I'm so more balanced now. The actions I take now are so more aligned. I'm willing to pause. I'm willing to say no. And Sagittarius, you will be saying no this week. But it's because you love yourself enough to say no. You don't have to be everywhere all the time. There's reciprocity here. There's care. There's assistance. There's help. what you're gaining from this week. Look at that, 4 of Pentacles. See, I feel this week where it's holding on to something. I almost feel like you're holding on with a hug. But what you're also gaining here is realizing that foundation that you were holding on so tightly, maybe in a negative way, is realizing it shaped you for not really opening up to allow more in. And so this is a week here where you're like, I can hold on to the versions of me and be disappointed, or I can see that they built the foundation to where I am to get me to the point that I need to be, which is a beautiful thing here for you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of reevaluation about how you grew up this week. Massive change here. And listen, death, that Scorpio energy, it's not like a quick death. This is a transformation. So it takes time. So this is a week here where you're going to see, it could just be that recognition, but it now shows the light of how you move forward and why you care to do something for you, show compassion, show love, but you don't have to give it all away. No, you don't. There's the other page. There's the other page here. We have the Page of Swords. You know, you even do check-ins with yourself at this point going, how much have I really changed? Am I going to fall for something back? Am I going to go to an old pattern? So there's a lot of check-ins this week here with yourself to see how far you've come, and also showcasing the appreciation and the gratitude. A lot of you, if the past is coming up this week here, it's moving through it with grace. And the people who come in your life externally, who may be prideful, who may have been egotistical, who may have been a little bit darker in this energy with Fenrir there, this is something here where you're not as bothered by them. You have grace to understand their insecurities, but you don't have to embrace them in that level. All right, your final message here from Auntie is, there's a desire to move forward quickly this week, but something is asking you to be more intentional this week. This isn't about slowing down completely. It's about making sure what you're moving toward actually aligns with where you're going, not just what feels good in that moment. And that's the change that I see you doing. You're reevaluating this week. All right, that's what I got here for you, Sagittarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like. Comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. If you're looking for private readings, you can go to the one-on-one experiences and book sessions, or you can go to the mini ones that are only available in the digital shop. Capricorn is up next. Guys, we are, oh, you know what? I forgot to... Did I fix it? No, we're getting close. We have Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, and that's it. I thought I forgot to change one of the banners, but I didn't. We're getting very close here. If you guys want to unlock that bonus, this would be the time to do so. We need 3 donations to unlock that bonus for another chance here of a collective bonus here for you guys. Hey, Dog Crazy, welcome back. Capricorn, how you feeling going into this week? 2 of Cups here reversed. You're disappointed with a relationship. Certainly why. 2 of Swords. Oh my God. You've gone rogue. Expand your limits, explore the unknown, and this is you going quiet. You know, someone here has taken so far too long to give you an answer of uncertainty, and I feel that you have just, you're going to go quiet on them this week. You're not asking. You're not asking this week, no. I also feel this energy, because this is all about independence, where if this is a Capricorn who was clinging to a situation, a scenario, or always the one to make advancements, to check on a person, this doesn't have to be romantic. There's something about enabling it as well. And there was another sign that was like this, where there was this like waiting energy. I want to say it was Gemini. Yeah, I think it was Gemini. But this is a week here where you're addressing that you always try to save the day or be the one to make contact with an individual. And this week you're like, I got to stop that. I got to be wiser about that. I got to take accountability about that. Now, some of you, you got a therapist saying that to you. Like, why are you doing all the reaching out for everybody? How you're reacting to this? 6 of Cups here, reverse. It's hard because it is very quiet. But it also showcases to you how much you give to this individual, to the situation. 6 of Cups here minus that is the 4 of Cups. I feel this energy of massive disappointment in an individual that you've been around for quite some time. You always care. You care to ask, you care to check up, and they never do. And this week here, I feel that because you've gone quiet, you're realizing they're not even budging. They're not even checking in. Greater opportunity for you though, 6 of Wands. But here's the thing. It's a greater opportunity to be seen and validated by the right individuals by your side. Now, some of you are saying, I don't got that, and what Spirit is encouraging you to do is to address the things that you love, to address the fears here of going outside of your circle and looking at things of relationships as some of them expire and some of them you just kind of split pathways to. But you are miraculously going to remain quiet. I do see this in you. It's going to be tough, but it's emotionally a rough week. Yeah, 10 of Swords here also shows that the lack of care is just so inevitable this week. It leaves a mark, but at the same time, that old version of you that constantly wants assurance from a validation from a person is just not going to get it from them. You're just not. So I do feel that you are, it's going to be a tough week, but you're going through it. It's a big change for you. Advice for you, Ace of Pentacles, there's a better opportunity more suited for you. But there's also the better opportunity here is to remember your worth. This is the most loving and caring thing that you could do for yourself. It was also blocking you from opportunities here with the right people, the right tribe. I feel this energy in your life. Some of you a new job coming into your life. Some of you a new relationship. But this is you choosing to finally go quiet and just let something go or someone. Okay. Capricorn, Auntie says, you may feel like something is shifting in your foundation this week, whether that's home, work, or your sense of stability. This isn't necessarily something entirely falling apart. It's something being adjusted just for you. Some things are meant to be let go of. Let it move without trying to lock everything into place immediately. If it's meant for you, it will come back to you. All right. That's what I got here for you, Capricorn. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. If you're looking for private readings, there's 2 areas that you can go to on my website, the live one-on-ones, which is the book session personal readings, or if you want the mini recorded readings, they are in the digital shop now. Guys, if they say they're out of stock, it means that I've capped. Okay, just so you know. The shop is new. It's not always going to be available. Aquarius. We got 2 more signs. This would be the time, guys, to make sure that you are putting your donations in for that whistle, because you're going to be hearing it soon for the collective bonus. If not, we're only going to have one collective bonus today. It is what it is, but I'm just letting you know that we are three donations away from unlocking the goal on YouTube. Aquarius is up. Bye, Isis. Take care, hon. Thank you for your help. I got it. It's no worries. Aquarius, how are you feeling here? Ace of Pentacles here, reverse, at a loss. I feel completely at a loss this week. Externally, why? Oh. I feel for you. You're missing someone. This Aquarius is missing someone who is dear to them. Gemini energy. You are feeling the loss of a loved one. You are feeling a loss here of a loved one. Someone here you really emotionally cared for. Now, there was another reading that was similar to this. It doesn't necessarily mean you're broken up from an individual. It could be the loss of someone here who's not here anymore, meaning the other side on heaven. But this week here feels heavy because you're feeling the loss of a person here who's not in your pathway. Integration of this, 9 of Pentacles. But here's the thing. It's tough. You're working on yourself. You're working on yourself. You're working on your stability. You're working on your health. You're working on your well-being, but you still feel that pang. Some of you are financially trying to get ahead. But you're mastering something here with your stability. You're recognizing the loss. You're also recognizing how things couldn't work out the way that you wanted it to in a connection. And like I said, some of you, it's because the person's not here anymore. How you're reacting to this loss this week. You're looking at it a lot differently because it's taught you a lot about reciprocity and care and loving and being there. You don't take this for granted or advantage. Now, some of you might have been dealing, I got kind of a split collective here. You may have been dealing with someone here who took advantage of you in a big way, knocked off your worth, where that's why you're rebuilding your worth here. Maybe the loss here was like, could have been a job loss here. You're working on your stability now. Others of you, it could have been a relationship that really just knocked you down. Could have been cheated on, could have been cheated out on, or just took from you, stole from you. But others of you, if this is a loved one who's passed on, it's the appreciation of how they were always there for you. You don't take that for granted. You hold on to that. And if it's a version of you that you gave into, you hold on to that well now too. What's the bigger opportunity for you this week? We have the Wheel of Fortune here reverse. There is something here that you've been stuck on for quite some time. I don't know if it's a karmic cycle or there's a fear of moving on or afraid that things aren't going to work out. Some of you may even feel this energy of I'm being cursed. But what's being addressed here this week is that it's not cursed. It was part of the cycle. You wouldn't feel this immense amount of gratitude, appreciation for yourself or for a loved one if this is regarding someone that you love who's not here anymore, if this didn't happen. So there's some sincerity here, but there is also the understanding of the loss and being stuck on this loss. And the greater opportunity is to address the loss this week. Some of you need to talk about this loss. Some of you, addressing this loss has to do with maybe a therapist, a good friend, someone who's wise, someone who could listen, could be also getting advisement if you're trying to take care of yourself. Accountability. Greater meaning here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I feel for you. There's so much nurturing. Look at this. She's kind of like showing you. I really feel like this is your energy. You have so much care and are so nurturing. And there's just something here about, even if you like the finer things in life, there's something here about addressing how far you've come. And some of you, this is an ancestor who you look like them. You know, this could be a mother, or you act like them. But there's something here about, you got a past loved one here who's very proud of you of how far you've come. And others of you, if this is a relationship here where you're missing out on, it's really built you to be so appreciative and loving and sincere in ways that you can't even fathom if you didn't have that experience here with that person. And it may have sucked, but you still had that experience. There's ability here to open up and still care. Advice for you, Aquarius. Look at this. It's hard. But the Strength card here is also about pride. So Aquarius, there's a part of you that tends to be very prideful of having to do everything on your own. And Spirit's saying, absolutely not. You don't have to do it all on your own. You don't have to have those walls up. You can let other people in. You've already done the hard part. You were able to move on. Now it's accepting the loss and realizing that it was necessary, but also you can let love in. You can let it in. All right, Aquarius, Auntie says, you're being asked to communicate differently this week. Not louder, not more, just more honestly. There may be something you've been holding back or softening. This is where saying it clearly changes more than you expect. All right. More than you expect. That's what I got here for you, Aquarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. If you're looking for personal readings, there's two ways to look at it. You can do the one-on-one experiences, which is in my book sessions, or you can get my recorded readings, which are mini readings that I send you the recording. It takes about 7 to 10 days. Once you're in queue, when I get your questions, please follow the directions. You have to fill out a form, and that's in a digital shop. Pisces is up. Pisces is up. And this is also the last time, guys. If we don't hit it here, we're not hitting it at all. Okay. This is the final shout out here for donations. This is it. We may only have one collective here once we get through Pisces. Hey, Star. Oh, man, you just came in time. I was sweating. I thought Papa was going to have to do it. I was like, man, I don't know if he's capable of that. I was like, what? I could do it. I'm just teasing. I tease. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see how you're doing here this week. Pisces. Oh, we got the Queen of Pentacles again. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh, you're looking good. Some of you, if you've been working on yourself, whether financially or your health, you're looking good. Externally here, Queen of Cups. Who's this person who doesn't like that you're looking good? Who's this? Now, some of you, this is you. Some of you are a hard critic on yourself. You could be like, I'm fat, and really you're not, you know, but you have that weird askewed view of you if you lost a lot of weight. You're like, you still think you're fat. But others of you, you got someone here who's pretty miserable with you being good. Playing victim to the scenario, situation. Integration of this. Oh, no. This has got to stop. This negative talk has got to stop. This moping has got to stop. I feel for some of you, it's the verbiage in your head. Be proud with how far you've come. You got some stability here. You're able to manage a lot. from a job to business to kids to family. The Queen of Pentacles can do it all, but she also knows her limits. And there's a limits here with this Queen of Cups where it's like, stop playing the violin. So things didn't happen the way that you anticipated or wanted them to. But there's something here about the past that either you're stuck on or this person is stuck on. How you're responding here to this Page of Pentacles here reversed. You can't invest in the emotional manipulation of that anymore. There's just this energy here where you are either reparenting the version of you and saying, no, you get the back seat this week here. Okay. You can feel sorry for yourself, but I got a lot to look forward to. I'm able to manage a lot. I can care for this a lot. You're being very nurturing, but you also know boundaries. Now, others of you, if there's an individual here who's playing victim and childish and has some kind of anticipation that you're going to fix it for them, this Pisces is like, you got to learn your own lesson. Greater meaning for this, King of Wands here reversed. Now, for story number one, if this is a version of you, there's something here about powerhousing through. Maybe in the past, you were an individual here that used anger to inspire you, to take care of yourself, to be ahead. But this is something here where you are addressing this anger in a very different way. Now, others of you, if this is someone here who's egotistical, someone here that, is jealous or upset and is not getting the time and attention they used to with you, this could also bring out some anger in you that pushed you to be this version of yourself to begin with. And you might be seeing that this week. Greater meaning for this. Look at that. 9 of Cups here reversed. This is someone here who's selfish, indulges. Now, others of you may have been dealing with a not enough wound where you feel selfish, where you feel funny because you're getting attention of some sort. You may be getting some of the cat calls here. This is interesting because it's a Queen of Pentacles, but we have the King of Wands energy that's combined here. So I do feel that you are getting either some kind of attention from another or just this energy here being seen that you're not used to, but also it makes you feel guilty for getting it because you're not used to getting that. But others of you who are dealing with a person here who is selfish, who is needy, and is now pouty because you're not there for them, you're really seeing their greed. I mean, it's inevitably seeing their greed this week. And I really believe that you're ending something with someone or that version of you. Yeah, there it is. There you are. There you are. There's that Queen of Cups, but she's healthy, right? This person here is marrying back an old version of you. Whether this is literally an old version of you or another individual, they don't understand that you're stable now. They don't understand how much that you are tuned in and tapped into your intuition. They don't understand that you don't get annoyed by gossip because you don't listen to it. You know, it's noise to you. The cup of tea is like, I have my own cup of tea. I got my own cup of tea here. There you go. And I already share it with somebody here. Others of you, you have a very healthy relationship that this individual is really ticked off on. And you may be hearing some whininess here because you've moved on. But if this is a version of you, this is just showing your alignment. This is just showing how far you've come. Congratulations. You know, you were able to look at that conscious side and the darker side here. Your masculine, feminine energy is completely in really good alignment here this week. Okay. Really good things. Pisces. Auntie says, you're coming out of a closing cycle, whether you fully realize it yet or not. This week may feel like you're halfway between oh my goodness. This week may feel like you're halfway between who you were and who you're becoming. Let yourself be in the space without rushing to define it. Just appreciate it, right? It's gotten you for where you are today. That's what I got here for you, Pisces. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages in the community area. And we're going to move on to the collective bonus here. So we're only going to have one collective bonus today. Thank you, though, for our individuals here who did try to, they self-sponsored, but it wasn't enough here to unlock the bonus here. But thank you so much. We do want to give our shout outs here to Special K and to Melody. Do appreciate it. But we will only be having one today. Thanks, Mitzi. I hope you have a great week too. All right, since this is our last collective reading, I will be making this. Let me just change this because we don't need 5 donations now. We are done. There we go. I'm going to make this one a little bit longer, just another row longer. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do it. You're right. I didn't do it. Who's on the bonus train? Who's here? I don't even know who's here live right now. Who's here? Who's live? Sorry, I almost forgot. I was like too busy doing everything else. Is everybody here? When you hear the train, this would be the time here to put your energy into the chat. Make sure you guys like the video, but go ahead and put your sign in here because we're about to roll the dice. So your sign may come up, all right? Whether you're watching the replay or the live. Here we go. You ready, Star, now? Hopefully you're not behind. I think she might be a little bit behind. Okay, you're a little behind. Can you check to make sure that you're okay? Because you're lagging a little bit. Okay, Papa's saying ready. We have Capricorn. Capricorn is here. Cancer is here. Aquarius is up. We also have Gemini. Gemini is here. We have Aquarius again. Aquarius came twice. And we have Gemini again. A Gemini came out twice. So those were the signs. We got 2 that got double. So those are the signs: Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, and Gemini. So if you have that in your chart, this reading may be for you. All right. But if you want to listen, you most certainly can listen. All right, collective. How are you showing up here this week? You're showing up as the Queen of Swords. Can't remember who else showed up as the Queen of Swords, but somebody did. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You're somebody here who's very authentic, truthful, honest. But I love that you also have the King of Swords here. Now, these 2 have been coming out like crazy in all the Zodiac readings this evening. And that's your support card here. So someone has your back, or this is just you fully integrated in your masculine and feminine energy in a good way. External things happening around you this week. Oh, the Queen of Wands reversed. All right, this is one of those duality readings too. If this is externally you, an individual who needs to prove your point and use anger to get through something here, this is you evaluating it. right? But also it could be like looking how you are being presented out there to others. You know, it's almost like I'm not going to burn myself out anymore. So you're drawing the line. But others, if this is an individual here, because it came up as your challenge, there's something within the environment that included a very jealous nature of an individual that made it very competitive to the point where it was like, I thought we were on the same team, but apparently we're not. Now, some of you always felt like you had to prove yourself, and that is why this version of you is coming out this way, because it's like a fear of rejection. Integration of it this week. Integration of this week. Did I not say the competition was coming? Did I not say the fighting was going to start? There's a lot of people involved. Story number one, if this is a version of you that always puts yourself in other people's business to prove that you can help save the day, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. If you got an individual here who's trying to get you to entice you, and by enticing you, it's almost this energy of egging you on, like challenge me, or I dare you, or hey, yeah, show up. You're like, why do I want to be a part of that ruckus? That looks like noise. Clarify that Queen of Swords for me, Spirit. That looks like noise. This is a person here who's trying to egg you on. And if this is you, the version of you that is there to save the day, there's going to be news that you hear that usually would set you off. That would be like, oh, I'll be there. I can do it. Whatever this news is, it comes in like a tornado. It comes in like a tornado. All right. The sun here is about your happiness, your clarity, your well-being, your vitality. And a lot of you realize that the old version of yourself who used to try to save the day can't do that, that you end up burning your own light. There's a new ability here of integrating that vitality. And others of you, you got a very jealous individual here who is talking smack, doing stuff here to get others involved, and it's just egging you on, and it's not your fight to battle here anymore. It's not. Interesting how this Knight of Cups is also holding a sword here and the cup. It's seeing both sides of this. You can still care and love and understand what someone here is doing to get your attention, or how you used to be that individual here who had to do everything so you wouldn't get rejected. But you also know that you can say no this week. And that's what I see you doing, bowing out with grace. Bowing out with grace. How are you reacting to this news? I knew it. Look at that. There's that Aries energy and that equinox energy that we're in right now. We're in Aries season. The Emperor's here. That's what you're showing up as. All four kings in one. All four kings in one. There's that sword again. Right? You do not have to be in the battle. You're the emperor. You watch over the battle. You can watch the news, but you also know can turn it off. The emperor also is not afraid to say no. Greater meaning of this. Oh, the Hangman reverse. This is usually a card here of self-sacrifice, of reflection, And this is something in a challenge. It was hard to do that pause before because you felt the need to take care of everything else to be validated or seen. You're not doing that this week. You're not. Greater meaning of this? No, you're not. Some of you are full on going rogue. Expand your limits, explore the unknown. This is noise. This is an old version. You're being more optimistic here, but also if it's somebody else, it's like I'm working on my new start. I'm not that person anymore who wanted to save the day. I'm not the person here anymore who wanted to react because you want my light now. I'm not that person here who would just give you that light. Advice for you. I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it here. No, you don't. We got the Knight of Swords. You know, this Knight of Swords also reminds me a little bit of the Death card on this card, but it's just affirming that news. You know, trust your intuition when you hear that news. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition because you already know that this defensive energy is this energy of trying to pull you back in your old ways. No, you're not entertaining that this week. All right, your final message here, and this is from Auntie. You're at a point where you can either move differently or repeat something you already recognize, collective. No pressure, but you'll know which one you're doing. This week isn't about perfection. It's about awareness and what you choose to do with it. It may not feel dramatic in the moment, but it will shift how you move going forward. Don't try to downplay. Don't try to downplay it or to explain it away. The clarity is the point. The clarity is the point. And I want to say it's that news, whatever you receive. All right. That's what I got here for you guys. Thank you, Star, my moderator here, and to Papa and to Isis, who helped me out for this evening. You guys have an incredible week. Don't forget, I will be back here on Tuesday because we're already moving over, guys, to the April energy. So we're going to be doing general readings for April on Tuesday. Yep, where we're going to be doing April Zodiac monthly energy. And then on Friday, we're going to be doing love readings. And those are going to be for April's energy too, for the current person, feelings for you, and for the individuals who are single and are looking into a new connection. All right. So if that's something that entertains or interests you, make sure that you guys check your notifications. All right. You guys take care. Have a good night.